have stuff on the sailboat that most people probably don't. Overall, this is still pretty pleasant. Where we signed the first of some paperwork on this property, and we're returning home for the first time.
Very exciting. Big bears for the first time officially pulling into her cove.
Oh, Brian's gonna go keep us stern tied for now. We're thinking that this will be where the dock ultimately goes. Let's go take a tour of the tool room, because I can guarantee that we have stuff on the sailboat that most people probably don't. Check this out. A couple $1,000s worth of some very fun power tools. First trip to town with some fresh gear. Our gray and white and black color scheme's really evolving, wouldn't you say? I'm gonna share with everyone just maybe a quick overview of some of the big purchases you made.
Chainsaw. We went for a really good chainsaw. This is the Husqvarna 550 XP. And the next biggest tool we went big on also was our weed eater. There's maybe almost even more weed eating. And we got this big brush eating blade on the end of it here.
FS131.
FS131. Different attachments on the end. There's a wood cutting attachment too, so you basically have a circle saw on the end of it.
We're not sponsored, by the way, but if anyone is interested, please feel free.
And you will be getting free hats.
Yeah, we went good on the hand tools. They so often just rust out. Titanium blade, so it doesn't corrode and you don't have to sharpen it. And the new geared teething gives you more leverage and a little bit more stability for the blades against each other. Loppers, another important thing.
I will be sporting these newest thrift store scores. I think I'm actually pretty coordinated. Ready to roll. Trip number 1, loaded up.
Trip number 1.
Yay! New project. How amazing it is to have that landing right there. It's a seal.
That's our resident seal. That's saying hi, buddy. There we go again. Zippy bike, we call him. He's an electric dirt bike that lives in the tool room in the sailboat.
Sure how it works that Brian gets to drive the bike and I get to carry everything by hand.
She just cleared the entrance to the shop for the first time.
The pants keep coming unbuttoned. The ab challenge is backfiring.
Thing is a beast. Wow. What was that? Just a couple minutes? It just kind of opened up a whole area, found out kind of where the edge of the flat area is. This thing's amazing with this cutter head on it. Holy crap, it's like a chipper shredder that you're just walking around with.
You like the harness?
Oh, I love it. Harness and the handlebars are the only way to go, people. Just to be perfect posture and use the strength of your shoulders, you know, in a nice square position, as opposed to a normal weed eater where you're like this the whole time and you're, you know, one side of your back is inevitably getting torqued. Man, you are so in control here and in all directions. It just feels stable. And you're not holding it, it feels weightless. You're really just steering it. Can't speak highly enough. That is incredibly fun. I've never had a saw go through a log so effortlessly. That was unbelievable. Good friend that had actually recommended this exact model as kind of the sweet spot between weight and power. Wow, do I agree. For how light it is, it's only like 1 pound heavier than the kind of lower model, so to speak. But man, I've never had anything that felt so secure in my hands, but so effortlessly through the wood. I mean, granted, it's a brand new chain, but I've used brand new chains before and still never felt like that. Wow, that was an awesome experience. Husqvarna 550 XP is absolutely a beast of a weapon, and so far is well worth the money to step up from the models below, both the smaller XP or the Rancher version. The Rancher version, there is some significant differences. If you're looking at prices, you'll say, well, it's a good step up in price, but man, the metal crankcase, a couple other things that just make it feel so much more solid. Many of the parts, you know, even the blade cover and everything that are plastic on the Rancher version are metal on the XP version. I gotta say, it just somehow gives it a really solid, low vibration and powerful feel. If I had more thumbs up, I'd give more than 2. So first impression is through the roof.
So we're just cleaning out and around the shop now. Except you probably can't hear anything I'm saying with Brian back there. Status post organizing and leaf blowing. We've managed to infuriate the 100 generations of spiders that have lived in this shed. This area is very overgrown, as you can see, and it's not safe to leave all these trees right next to the shop for fire danger. We really could use some of this flat space. There are a few cedars and some Douglas firs back there, so we're gonna try to save as many of the good trees as we can. I'm gonna kind of mark out a perimeter here for when our neighbor comes up with his excavator. This is all swell. What a surprise. Who lives there? Get up here. Actually not prickly. Overall, this is still pretty pleasant. VHS. Yeah, classic.
With the tape in it. Yeah, we don't have our main power setup, our solar setup and battery bank for the property yet, which is gonna, you know, mainly power the cabin and some things in the shop. But instead of a generator, we went with a power bank. This one is made by Ryobi. It takes 4 Ryobi 40-volt batteries, which come in a number of different sizes. Take them off independently and charge them. It can run on as little as 1 of them at a time. 4 of them, it has a pretty good capacity, and then it has a built-in inverter, so you can use 120-volt power outlets or you know, 12 volt USB type charging, of course. Just gonna be more convenient for us, and it's one of those things where if I just want lights on, it's fine, because it's just sipping a little bit of power from this, and it could run for a long time before you'd have to charge it.
We're living on the boat where we've got a wind generator and our solar panels, so the plan is to just take the batteries back to the boat, charge them back up with the instruments that we have there, and then bring them back up to the shop. They fit in a backpack. It's great.
Huge expanded line of various tools and power tools that run off these same batteries.